Fatigue, boredom and monotony on the job, the cost of our company. Introduction. Most organizations fail to achieve their goals due to monotony, boredom, and fatigue from the management of the workers. Broadly, fatigue refers to tiredness, lack of energy, and weariness. Similarly, boredom refers to the unpleasant feeling of an individual while at work, which is mostly brought by a lack of interest and concentration on the activities in the organization. Monotony refers to a mental or physical act that results in the repetition of the activities, thus leading to poor performance in the organization. The above briefly described aspects are a major cost in our company and the reason behind the poor performance of the activities. Issue identification. Over the past years, our organization has been associated with fatigue, boredom, and monotony from the management to the workers. The root cause of the above is due to repetitively performing the same. Employees' deterioration, both physically and mentally, increases the incidence of workplace monotony. Generally, monotony results in the decrease in work turnover and enthusiasm, according to research studies. Work monotony is among the most serious issues in the workplace as it lowers productivity and increases accidents. Organizations should therefore strategize on the various ways of overcoming monotony. Statement of position. The paper aims to evaluate boredom, fatigue, and monotony as the source of failure in our organization and the various strategies to adopt to enhance productivity among the team members. The paper's purpose is to allow error detection while at work, thus reducing unfavorable complaints from the organization's consumers. The reasons why individuals get distracted while at work will also be evaluated, and thereafter recommendations on the possible solutions will be outlined. Background information. The three aspects identified in the organization correlate. Boredom, for instance, is a universal practice that almost everyone has experienced in their lives. Studies on the causes of boredom have indicated that over 30 to 90% of working adults have experienced boredom at work. There is also a direct relationship between education level and boredom. According to various studies, boredom's main causes include weariness of the mind, also referred to as mental exhaustion. The reason for mental exhaustion is decreased interest and repetition of the task. Any predictable and repetitive acts become boring. Lack of flow in a workplace is another identified cause of boredom. In this context, flow refers to full immersion in a challenging activity and closely matching the individual's ability to challenge in the working environment. On the other side, fatigue is also an issue in our organization. Although fatigue levels are not easily quantifiable, the results are seen in the operations of the organizations. Tiredness while at work happens quite easily. Studies show that females tend to suffer from fatigue more than men. Related symptoms of fatigue are a deal which may be both physical or mental activity, thus causing recurring problems such as sleepless nights. According to the Worldwide Safety Council, thousands of Americans experience troubled sleep due to various reasons, thus lowering their productivity while at work. One may become fatigued due to working on one's task for too long of a time. In most organizations, supervisors, management, and workers are part of the causes of the problem rather than the solution, unfortunately. Ideally, an employer should undertake various measures to try to mitigate the problem after a certain incident occurs in the organization. The root cause of monotony is due to repetitively performing the same tasks. Employee deterioration, both physically and mentally, increases the incidence of workplace monotony. Generally, monotony results in a decrease in work turnover and enthusiasm, according to research studies. Work monotony is among the most serious issues in the workplace as it lowers productivity and increases accidents. Organizations should therefore strategize on the various ways of overcoming monotony. Supporting evidence or facts. After a review of various studies on the effects of fatigue, boredom, and monotony in the workplace, the issues are closely linked to automatic systems that increase tiredness in the workplace. Therefore, it is necessary to understand various facets and develop a strategy to mitigate them. Research findings indicate that work boredom directly corresponds to negative turnover and life satisfaction. The more the employees experience boredom at work, the less they get satisfied with their life at the workplace. The finding implies that workers who experience boredom tend to develop and are highly likely to quit their jobs. The study results also indicate indirect impacts of the related work boredom and on the organizational work turnover, and thus adversely affecting the general productivity of the company. A discussion on both sides of the issue. Having discussed the root cause of boredom and monotony in the workplace, the organization should not blame the employees for their underperformance. The management should strategize on various solutions to ensure that every employee works to their best. Employees in an organization should be allowed to propose new projects and thus give each one of them something they are interested in. This means that everyone will pick something they are interested in. Impressive and innovative activities. For instance, some of the workers may come up with great activities in the community, thus breaking the work monotony and boredom. And in conclusion, the suggested cause of action. Although work in the organization may be challenging, uninspiring, and incredibly dull at times, there is a need to take action, as these are unavoidable moments in the organization. Everyone experiences the moment, thus their minds divert from work. One should not avoid work, but instead allow time to be more productive. To avoid work monotony, one should change their daily commute. For instance, if one is experiencing work frustrations, one should think of various motivations to perform their tasks. Additionally, they should make a change and ensure they end their days differently and get new alternative where the issue of congestion does not exist. Organizations should aim at enhancing changes in their working place. Frequent transitions in the workplace should be conducted to offer new perspectives on the allocated tasks. Work is expected to frequently set new objectives which they should aim at attaining at the end of the stated period. It works perfectly when one works towards something, whether personal, learning, or a career. One may think of new areas in their lives which need improvements and set out objectives for attaining them. Possible solutions. One of the possible solutions to work boredom and monotony entails taking a small break while performing repetitive work. It aims to increase interest and motivation and thus makes the work more enjoyable. Also, one can make more modifications to the workplace to change their perceptions. Workers are also encouraged to socialize and engage. Sharing, befriending, and socializing are various ways to ensure a break from work and thus break the monotonous practice, thus bringing motivation and interest. Thank you.